Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel for episode 3 of the Doll Symposium. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my beautiful assistant today is the very lovely Mirai. So without further ado, why don't we just start today's topics? Alright everybody, so before we actually tackle today's topics, let's just do a really quick recap from last week's episode. So last week we talked about a bunch of different things, and I mentioned that one of the commenters on the YouTube channel said that the doll affiliate store that they were going to link for us. So we actually had it twice. So big thank you to both Silky Cherry, which was the original poster, and also Woodgar on YouTube for both posting links to the Volks affiliate store website page. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it in the description below, so if you want to see all the different affiliate stores that are affiliated with Volks, the first half of the list is going to be all the ones that are in Japan, and then after that it's going to be international ones. So unfortunately for us in USA, we only have Volks USA, but other countries have multiple stores. Like China has a couple multiple stores, and I believe Indonesia does, and Malaysia does have like a couple like additional stores, as well as China has more than one store. But check out the link. There's stores all over the world actually that are affiliated with them, and see if there are any actually that are nearby you. So that's really everything for recap though from last week that I really wanted to make sure you guys get. The link is going to be in the description. So let's move on with the rest of today's show. So as always, let's just start with some Dollfie Dream stuff. So Volks USA has posted in this picture here that the Snow Miku 2020 event that we talked about like a couple weeks back. So we actually have dates. So for the new outfit, the Snow Parade March, I think it's called, the outfit. So we have release dates of when pre-orders will start. Now, it's going to be 3 different dates, as you can see from this picture here. So if you actually are in Japan and live in Sapporo, you'll be able to pre-order them earlier than everybody else. So you're going to start yours from February 8th to March 8th. That's when your lottery period is going to be. If you just happen to be anywhere in Japan, at any of the Volks stores that are in Japan, you can start pre-ordering from February 15th to March 8th. They're all going to end on March 8th. And then for the rest of us all around the world that have to pre-order them on the international website, we won't be able to start and pre-ordering them until February 20th to March 8th. So those are the dates. I don't know if these dates are solid or if they're going to change or whatever, but those are the dates for pre-order times for the new Snow Miku 2020 Snow Parade March outfit thing. Yeah, it's very cool looking. It's just I can't seem to get the name. Anyways, let's move on. So Volks USA has posted in this announcement here that they are going to hold their Doll Party 42 after event starting on February 1st to February 10th. Now, this is going to be a lottery event. Normally, you'd be able to go to the website and check out what items they're going to be, so you can kind of like make a game plan on what you want to pre-order and how much they're going to be, or not pre-order, but vote for in the lottery or roll for in the lottery. Unfortunately, our next announcement is Volks has posted right here that their website is still down, and as of recording this video, I checked it out and it's still down. Like, you can get to the initial page, and then when you click on the Dollfie Dream like picture thing and you go to the Dollfie Dream page, it'll have like an event page message on the top, and then that's it. You can't really go anywhere. So the website is still down. You can't do any shopping as far as I know on any other. I tried clicking like a bunch of things. It didn't seem to work for me. But yeah, as of the videotaping of this video, Volks USA website is still down. So they said they'll try to do it as soon as possible and get everything fixed. But if you need anything in the immediate future, to go visit the Volks International website, and hopefully the items that you need are there and you can purchase them there. So the one thing I'm concerned about is if the website is still down. Now, I know there's still a couple more days ahead of us for them to fix it, but they may push back the Doll Party after event from February 1st to February 10th to a little bit later, depending on whether or not they're able to fix their website issues. Now, I'm going to believe what they say and that they're working on it as soon as possible, and I'm hoping that the schedule will still stick. So here's hoping that we get February 1st through February 10th as our actual Doll Party after event on Volks USA. But other than that, that's really everything for the Dollfie Dream news. So we're just going to move on to some Smart Doll news right now. Now, Smart Doll has a lot of stuff. So last week we barely had any news, really. I mean, there was like a little bit, and the week before that there was nothing because Danny Chu was sick. But this week, everything blew up. Now, I really wanted to do this episode of the Doll Symposium the other day, but I kind of passed out after work. I was like super tired and I didn't get to film anything. So I do apologize for that. So I'm one day later on letting you guys know about this awesome stuff. But let's get started because Danny Chu posted like a lot of really cool things. So let's see, how should we start this? Let's start with the stuff we know, right? So Danny Chu has posted in this picture here that Smart Doll Resolute in the T version is now available. So if you go to the Smart Doll website and you do like Resolute and you like Resolute in T, it's now available. As far as I know, there are still versions of her left, or copies of her left, however you want to say it. So if you do want to purchase her, please visit the Smart Doll website and you can pick her up there. Now, another one that we know, Danny Chu has posted in this picture here, that the apparel for the short jeans in the charcoal black, that is also available on the Smart Doll website. So that is something else that you can also go check out when you go to the Smart Doll website. They're available right now. So let's get into the stuff that is not out yet, but super exciting. So let's do this one first. So this one Danny Chu posted in this picture here for Smart Care. So Danny Chu is going to be releasing stain prevention bodysuits. Now this is something that most of you that are familiar with Volks and Dollfie Dream, they've been doing bodysuits for a while, and Smart Doll hasn't had any. Now Danny Chu has had stain prevention, how do you say, like pieces. Like it wasn't like a whole suit. It was like socks, it was like leggings, and you know, it was like a torso piece, different things like that. And then when he released like Lelouch and Suzaku, because there's black all around, he had like a turtleneck and an upper half. So anyways, I'm diverging from the original point. We get a full bodysuit. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it from the pictures here that I'm showing too clearly, but if you go to Danny Chu's Facebook page or his Twitter page or Instagram page, you can probably look at the pictures a lot better. But it looks like this bodysuit is in pieces as well. So it covers the whole body, but what I like about this is that the legs is basically like pants. You're just putting on pants on to cover the whole legs and the crotch area. And then the torso piece is another like piece that you put on, and then the bust piece is like a separate piece that just engulfs the whole bust piece. So you can actually see the separation between the bust and the torso piece on the actual doll, as well as the arms. The arms are all separate piece sleeves that go and wrap around the whole arm up until the pivot joint and up until the wrists. And I really like that idea. It's definitely going to be easier to put on, I would assume, than the other ones from Dollfie Dream, because for the Dollfie Dream ones, it's like a whole jumpsuit. It's just one piece. So you just zip her down the back and you shove your doll in there, and it's super tight, I should say, which is good because you want it form-fitting. You don't want it to sag, but it's also bad because if it's all one piece, it's really hard to get your dolls in there. Like, trust me, I have like 4 or 5 bodysuits, and like every time I put them on, I'm like, I hope I never have to take them off, because putting on the bodysuits is like, it's a real challenge. So these new stain prevention bodysuits from Smart Doll that Danny Chu is releasing, it looks like they're coming in separate pieces, and I'm super excited for that. Now, you don't necessarily need these stain prevention pieces, especially if you have Smart Doll Cortex, because staining is not really an issue. If you do stain your Cortex, you can just clean it away. There's different tips if you go to Smart Doll website on how to remove the stains. But even if you have a vinyl doll, if you're more attentive, they don't stain as easily as Dollfie Dreams do. So it's a lot harder to stain the Smart Doll. But there's nothing wrong with being more precautious. I mean, I'm definitely going to pick up a bodysuit or two when these are released. I think they're really awesome. So yeah, I can't recommend it any more than I already am. It's not even out yet, and I haven't even played with it yet, but it just looks so awesome just from the pictures on how Danny Chu designed it. Big thumbs up to Danny Chu and team for this item. But it looks like from these pictures that it will be available in milk, cocoa, and tea. Now, I can't say anything for Cinnamon, because maybe in this picture the bodysuit could be for Cinnamon, or maybe the coloring is very close that you can kind of use it for both. I don't really know. So maybe milk and cinnamon were on the fence. We're not really sure which one those are. But definitely you can see in the picture there's cocoa and tea up there. Now, let's move on to some of the really juicy stuff, which is dolls to be released. Oh, so Danny Chu has posted a bunch of different things. So let's start with this one here. So Danny Chu has posted in this one here is Smart Doll Freedom. Now, Smart Doll Freedom's estimated time of arrival, or ETA, is going to be sometime this year. That's basically how he phrased it, is sometime this year, because as you all know, he's still working on Lelouch and Suzaku and Spike, getting all the orders out for everybody that already pre-ordered, as well as, you know, he has the whole DC collaborations going on and new anime collaborations going on. So his original characters, such as Freedom, it's going to be released sometime this year. We have no estimated date. However, Danny Chu has mentioned that the more likes he gets for this doll and the more shares the doll gets, the more likely the doll will be bumped up in production and be coming out a lot sooner. So for those of you that are really interested in Freedom, you might want to do a lot of liking and sharing. Another thing is that Danny Chu said about Freedom is that this is a first. This is a first for him and Smart Doll to be doing an eye design with multiple layers of eyeshadow. So me personally, I kind of zoomed in on the picture. I couldn't tell, but I don't have that really good artistic eye. So I'm not really sure. Maybe those of you, if you can take a look at the picture, look real close, tell me what you guys think of this multiple layered eyeshadow thing. I think she looks beautiful. It's just I can't really see the difference too much, other than the fact that she's just gorgeous. So, so for those of you that can really flesh out, use your artistic abilities to be like, hey, I could see the multiple layers, put it down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear about it. Let's start a discussion on that. So let's move on. So next one up, who should we talk about next? Okay, next one up, Danny Chu is posted in this picture here. We're going to talk about Smart Doll Clarity. So Smart Doll Clarity is coming about. ETA is rated as soon-ish. So he didn't say sometime this year, soon-ish. So I'm assuming that it's going to be sometime in the relative couple of months, let's say Q1, which is going to be January, February, March. I'm assuming somewhere around that time frame since he said soonish. Another reason is that Smart Doll Clarity is Danny Chu's favorite amongst all the new releases that he's doing for at least I think original characters. He says it in his post, but I don't know if he was specific to original characters to be released or for every character of 2020. But he did say that Smart Doll Clarity is his favorite and he can't wait to start walking around with her and taking her around places. So for those of you going to events that Danny Chu might show up at, it's pretty good chance that he's going to be bringing Clarity and toting her around everywhere. But that's pretty much it for Clarity. Let me know what you guys think of Clarity. I wouldn't say personally that she was one of my favorites of the new release to be announced, but we'll get to my favorite. I think all of you know which one I'm getting towards, but let's keep moving. So the next one Danny Chu has posted is in this picture here, the one we've been talking about for a long time, the first announcement of the semi-real face, Entropy. So Entropy is finally going to be released, and her ETA is actually this Sunday at Mirai Store Tokyo first. So for those of you that are going to Mirai Store Tokyo this Sunday, you would be able to pick up your copies of Entropy there. Now, for us internationally, everyone else that's not able to get at Mirai Store Tokyo, we would be able to purchase Entropy on Sunday also. We will also have a release date for Sunday for Entropy, but Entropy won't be released until Sunday evening. What time it's starting, I have no idea. Danny Chu didn't say a specific time frame. He just said Sunday evening. And I'm assuming that's Sunday evening Japanese time, which is going to be our Sunday morning for us in the United States, but I'm not 100% sure on that. He just said Sunday evening. Take it for what you will. Now, a couple things I want to mention about Entropy. Other than that, she's going to be in limited quantity. So I'm assuming that it's limited quantity in store, and then he's going to hold a couple, and it's be limited quantity online. Now, shipping is also going to be delayed, etc., because I talked about the whole Lelouch Suzaku spike thing that's holding everything up. But she will be in limited quantities, and then when she sells out, she'll be back again in limited quantities. And he said roughly till about March. He's giving us until March when Entropy will be available like regularly all the time. I'm assuming he's estimating that all the Lelouch's, Spikes, and Suzaku's will be all out and about into everybody's homes delivered, by March. So that's my assumption on that. As all of you know and have been watching my channel for a really long time, I'm a huge fan of Entropy. I really do want her. There's only one caveat. This version of her, as beautiful as she is, and this is the version I saw when I went to Mirai Store Tokyo. She's gorgeous. I like her a lot, but that wasn't the one I really wanted. Now, as some of you know, for those of you that don't know though, there were different versions of Entropy that were released. And this version over here I'm going to post here is one of the versions I really, really liked. Unfortunately, it didn't make the cut. And that's okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's up to how many people said which version that they like. A lot of people voted, a lot of people tweeted and voiced their opinions on which version of Entropy that they liked. I did voice my opinion as well. Also, it also has to do with how difficult the paint mask was to make. I heard from Danny that the paint mask for this version was very difficult to get it right. So, I could totally understand that. Plus the fact that maybe the version that he's releasing this Sunday, that's his vision. I mean, you gotta remember, Smart Doll is his company. At the end of the day, its final say is his. And I respect that. So I'm going to try my best to see if I can pick up this version of Entropy in the prototype garage, but I'm going to be fighting with all of you out there, so good luck everybody on your clicker fingers. But do know, anything that goes in the prototype garage is going to be a little bit more money than the regular dolls because of all the R&D that went into it and everything like that. So definitely, if you are looking to pick up Entropy, this version of her, make sure that you get your clicker fingers ready and keep an eye out for Danny Chu's website and Twitter, Instagram. He's going to mention when she's going to be put on. I know that there's a lot of people that stalk his website, so I'm not going to get my hopes up of maybe getting her because I've tried a couple times checking out that prototype garage, and every time I go on, the girl's already sold out. Except for some reason, Haruka and T. I think there must be multiple versions of Haruka and T, because of those of you that want Haruka and T, she's actually still available on the Smart Doll website as of the videotaping of this episode. So she might still be there. But most of the time when a prototype goes up, they're out like super fast. So for those of you that are interested in this version of Entropy, good luck, may the best man win. So I spent a lot of time on Entropy, so let's just keep moving. So next up, let's talk about... Okay, Danny Chu's posted in this picture here of new Smart Doll Envisage. I think I'm saying that right. Envisage. Envisage? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think the proper pronunciation is. I think it's Envisage. ETA for this doll is sometime this year. Again, if you do a lot of likes, a lot of sharing, let Danny Chu know that you really want this one. It might be bumped up sooner. Who knows? But anyways, this is definitely one of the super cute ones. I really like her. I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people seem to really like her as well. So she's definitely high up there in the runnings with all the shares and likes. But definitely very, very cute. I like this one a lot. Let's see. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, this one's an interesting one. So Danny Chu is posted in this picture here, right here. The new Smart Doll moment. So for those of you that have been following my channel for a while, she's actually been featured, and I've shown pictures of her, and we've talked about her quite extensively in a bunch of different episodes in the past. So originally, Danny Chu wanted to release Smart Doll Moment with the elf ears. This is what everybody wanted. This is what a lot of people got accustomed to seeing. But unfortunately, logistically, it just didn't work out right. having the ears available for every single version of Moment is just logistically was just going to be hard. So she's not going to be released with the ears. I, for one, personally like her without the ears. Now, I'm a huge fan of fantasy and lore, and I love elves, and I love the elf ear thing. But for whatever reason, I really dig Moment without the elf ears. However, for those of you that are really interested in Moment with the elf ears, Danny Chu did say, for a very limited time, when you purchase Moment and you add the elf ears to your cart, when you go to the checkout screen, he'll take 1,000 yen off your purchase of the ears. So that's like something that he's throwing out to you guys because, you know, he does realize that he did say he wanted to release it with the ears. So he's doing you guys a solid, but it's only going to be for a limited time. It won't be like that forever. So for those of you that really want Moment with the elf ears, make sure when she does come out to purchase her with the elf ears to get that 1,000 yen off. Now, oh, yeah, I forgot. Moment is also in the prototyping stages for Tea and Cocoa. So for those of you that want her in other colors, Tea and Cocoa are in the mix. Excuse me. Oh, one thing I didn't mention. All these girls that I'm talking about for the release, Danny Chu didn't specify what skin tone. So some of these girls, and I've said it before on this channel, and I know Danny Chu has said it a lot, when you look at a doll in a picture, it's really hard to tell which one's milk or cinnamon. In real life, like when you see them in person, it's like day and night. You could be like, oh, that's milk, that's cinnamon. It's so easy, but for whatever reason, the camera can't pick it up. I don't know why. So I don't know if any of these girls that I previously talked about are in milk or cinnamon. Some of them look like milk, like Entropy looks like milk, Envisage looks like cinnamon, Moment looks like milk. Like, I'm not really sure. He didn't specify which skin tone color. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Now let's move on to my favorite. So Danny Chu is posted in this picture here, and this should be no surprise why I saved this for last. Smart Doll Chitose, the multiverse version. I'm super excited for this, as all of you know that have been following my channel, and for those of you that don't know that have just recently started following my channel, Chitose is my favorite Smart Doll of all time. I feature her so much. I feature her so much on my channel and on my Instagram and Twitter so many times that I have to force myself to be like, hey, you have other girls that need attention. Like Mirai. I'm sorry, Mirai. It doesn't mean I love my other dolls any less. It's just Chitose is just my #1 favorite, and I just take her like everywhere. So when she was originally announced as a prototype, I thought, as well as a lot of you thought, that she was going to be Chitose Anniversary Edition. Unfortunately, or no, I shouldn't say unfortunately. I should say fortunately, because I have voiced my opinion that even though this is another version of Chitose, she didn't quite feel like Chitose to me, even though it is Chitose and she's super cute. Something was like a little bit different, and I was going to give her another name. But I do like the fact that this is Chitose, the multiverse version, because just like Marvel and DC, they have multiverses and different universes that people come from. I really like this idea because she's not Chitose, but she is. And to differentiate that is not only the face expression a little different, she got purple hair. Why not? So I really like her. I'm super excited for Chitose, the multiverse version. ETA is sometime this year. Of course, again, like I said before, hit those likes, hit that share button. Let's get her up, even though she doesn't really need it, because currently, from what I could tell, Chitose is in the lead. She has got like more likes than all the other girls and more shares than all the other girls. I think she's going to win for coming out the most soonest than the others. So we're looking at Clarity. We're looking at Entropy, then Clarity, and so far, the way things are looking, maybe Chitose multiverse version. She is gorgeous. She will probably be my #2. Chitose will be #1. Multiverse will be #2 for me when she comes out. Super excited. How many of you out there are super excited for Multiverse? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I am super excited for Multiverse Chitose. And that wraps up everything for this week in the news. So let's move on to our final section, our community shout out.
The community shout out.
So we have 2 submissions for this week. And let me get out my phone because I want to read out these submissions for you guys. So our first submission in this picture here is by @somi_animations on Instagram. And let me read you their little note here that they, or somewhat longer note that they wrote me here. So featured in this picture is going to be Smart Doll Mirai, as you can tell. Very cute. And the message that she wants to say is, "Hello Shizusan, and to everyone in the community. I'm Somi Animations, and I'm an independent smart doll stop motion creator. I've been making stop motion animations using my smart dolls for about 1 year now. It's very time consuming, but it's a fun and rewarding experience, and I'm happy to share my journey with everybody." Thank you for sharing. "I still have a lot to learn and so much to improve on, and I'm hoping that I'll continue to develop my skills and challenge myself creatively in the future. I recently created a free animated wallpaper for smartphones that I hope you in the community will enjoy. It features Smart Doll Melody, and you can download it at this link. I will provide the link in the description below for those of you that want to download this." Thank you very much, Somi Animations, for that. "In terms of dolls, Mirai was my first smart doll that introduced me into the vinyl doll hobby. I didn't know anything prior to Smart Doll, although I had a few acquaintances a long time ago that owned BJDs. I currently own Mirai, Melody, Trinity, and Eiji, and I'm looking forward to the multiverse version of Chitose." Me too! "I'm really excited for all the new upcoming girls and potential licensed smart dolls in the future. I really enjoy watching your videos, Shizusan." Thank you. "It helps keep me up to date on what has been happening since I'm really busy with my job and making animations, and I sometimes miss some of the news. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to future Doll Symposium episodes. Thank you so much for considering to feature me on the community shoutout." Hey, it's no problem at all. Thank you for submitting your email for the community shout out. I really appreciate it, as well as does the community. And I love this picture here of Mirai. She looks like she's shopping. She looks like she's gonna get you in trouble because she's shopping for stuff right there. And she's got a cute little teddy bear with her. So Somi Animations can be found on Instagram at Somi Animations, Twitter at Somi Animations, YouTube and Twitch also at Somi Animations. So if you want to see anything from Somi Animation, visit them on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Now, I was told by Somi that YouTube and Twitch does have the stop motion videos, as well as other creative things that they've taken videos of. That you could see featured on their channels there. So definitely check out Somi Animations. Thank you for participating in the community shoutout. So let's move on to our next submission for the community shoutout. And I will find it. Hold on one second. Okay. So our next one is in this picture here from the Doll Fairy. So for those of you that don't know, the Doll Fairy is featured in a lot of different places. So Instagram, you can find her at Doll Fairy. YouTube is going to be at the Doll Fairy, and also she has her own website for thedollfairy.com. And she is a very prominent YouTuber. I watch her stuff all the time, and probably a lot of you already know her, but I have a message from her. "Hi, I'm Diana the Doll Fairy. I have a YouTube channel where I make custom dolls. I have become extremely interested in vinyl BJDs in the past couple of years, and I have a mini Dollfie Dream from Volks, as well as Smart Doll Mirai from Culture Japan. I've met Danny Chu twice now at Anime NYC, where I've also had the chance to meet Shizusan as well." Yes, we did meet. Twice, that is. "One of my goals is to keep learning about sewing clothing and to eventually design and sell smart doll clothing. I'm happy to be a part of this awesome community." So thank you very much, Doll Fairy, Diana from the Doll Fairy, or at the Doll Fairy, for participating in today's episode of Community Shoutout. And if you could see, I'm going to post, as you can see in the posted picture here, that's her smart doll Mirai. Now, in this picture is actually the most recent picture she had of her, because she did a video very, very recently from Moyashi Dolls that she got a couple items from. And this is the outfit that she got from that. Very awesome. Very cool. I definitely like that outfit. She looks really super cool in that. And just for fun, here's another picture of Diana the Doll Fairy and myself at Anime NYC just this past November, and we were both holding her dolls. And if you could see in this picture, right, if you see in this picture, I got my Mika with me, but she has her doll, which is Mirai, but dressed up as her mascot, the Doll Fairy. It's a little bit hard to see in this picture, but definitely if you go visit her on Instagram or YouTube. I'm sorry about that. I had some camera misfunctions and the camera just automatically shut off on me, so that wasn't cool. All right, so anyways, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, thank you, Doll Fairy, Diana the Doll Fairy, for participating in Community Shoutout for today's episode of the Doll Symposium. And remember, if you want to participate in the Community Shoutout, just make sure you send an email to me. I'll put my email in the link in the description below. Do one picture of your doll, whichever doll that you so choose. I need to know what base doll it is if it's not already noticeable, as well as a message that you want to leave for me in the community, and all your links to wherever you want to be found that I will share for everybody else. So just make sure you send that in my email, and you'll be featured in one of the upcoming episodes. Now, the only time I'll reject your application if there's something that is not family friendly in your email, if the picture's not family friendly, or if there's vulgarity or anything lewd or anything like that, anything that's basically not family friendly that you wouldn't show to children, I will not accept that email. And I'll email you back and let you know and let you resubmit if you want to do something different. But anyways, that's the end of today's episode. Thank you everybody for watching for the episode 3 of the Doll Symposium. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my lovely assistant right here is the beautiful Mirai. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
This is our time, this is our life. Sometimes all you need is a smile to get by.